Iku wes kok. Pasar. Pakai tahu mau potong.
Ada di mana?
Potong.
Produksi kan tak ngomong.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start our presentation, we would like to thank our lecturer, which is as our lecturer in this course that who has guided us until this day. We would like to introduce our members in this sixth group. The first is me, Kkl Group. The second is Arif Hasan Hamzah. The third is Agustin Kabalia. The fourth is Elsa Juliana Hamzah. So me as moderator, I would like to explain the presentation rundown. In the first, we would like to introduce the youth agriculture workshop that will be delivered by Sister Elsa Juliana Aziza. And the second is profile of non-academic, including vision, mission, and then background, curriculum, and infrastructure that will be delivered by Brother Iza. And then English teaching strategies that will be delivered by me based on the interview with one of English teacher and one substitute. And next is interview with two students that will be delivered by Sister Amel. And then we would like to introduce the analyze problem that we have highlighted. And in the last, we will integrate the one of problem with Yuta Otake material for Sister Elsa Juliana Aziza. Time is yours.
Workshop as an educational activity for the Holocaust observation program. The workshop was held on October 18 at the Integrated Laboratory on the 10th floor from 8 to 12. It was facilitated by Dina Okate, a teacher trainer of the Monroe, New York, USA, and moderated by Principal Educator. The participants were educators, collaboration, creativity, and speaker emphasized the importance of classroom interaction, particularly student-to-student interaction, in coordinating learning experiences, especially in multilingual classrooms. Through interactive activities, the workshop highlighted teacher's role as an educator who encourages collaboration, confidence, and active student engagement. Overall, the workshop served as a foundation that supported the students in conducting more focused and reflective classroom observations.
Okay, the next material will be delivered by Brother Iza about the profile of academic and experts.
Ada by integration, the national education system on the foundation of learning and character development. The story number is sequenced is strategy and easily accessible area and by relatively conducted and growing and growing. The madrasah has adequate an area and well organized facilities to support academic and non-academic activities, including classrooms, office, facilities, and other supporting infrastructure. Next, practitioner of manual languages. Terusnya exam eksperimen tentang waktu ya, dan terakhir berwawasan 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 sosial dan peduli lingkungan. This business reflects the commitment of manual languages to develop learners who are free, morally upright, and intellectually competent. Next, how meningkatkan kualitas sumber daya manusia termasuk kegiatan akademik dan mengembangkan potensi siswa dalam bidang pengetahuan, teks, dan keilmuan berbasis dalam berbagai membudayakan kelompok atau religiositas dalam seluruh kegiatan masyarakat menciptakan suasana pembelajaran yang kondusif dan yang berinklusi. Teknologi yang menjawab tantangan kuliah terhadap dan budaya sosial. As the institutional Next is facilities and infrastructure management. Based on the management of facilities and infrastructure as much is under the responsibility of the partner for quality facilities and infrastructure. Namely, Mr. Harvey is responsible for maintenance and provision of the utilization of madrasah facilities. This management is conducted through coordination among the five principal and the principal, teachers, and administrative staff to ensure that all facilities function optimally in supporting educational activities. The observation result indicate that the facilities and infrastructure at Marwan are integrated well maintained and representative. The madrasah has formal classrooms, buildings that support students, campus, and effective learning, equipped with sufficient lighting and ventilation. Furthermore, Marwan is supported by Wi-Fi connection that facilitates digital learning activities. Projectors are available in classroom and function as an interactive international media. The madrasah also has a library that serves learning support center with relevant textbooks and reference material. Overall, these facilities demonstrate the madrasah's readiness to support innovative and technology integrated learning. And last is Merdeka curriculum based learning and talk-based education. Government should implement the Merdeka curriculum with deep learning approach with encouraging learning, critical thinking, and creativity and problem-solving skills. Starting in October, the madrasah began to strengthen the implementation of Merdeka curriculum based education approach by to talk with Allah, talk with teachers, and humanity. And, and that's all for
Okay, for the next material is the interview with English teachers from languages that will be given first time. Okay, so here I will explain the interview data of interview with one of English teacher in math application. The teacher we interviewed in previous days is named Mr. Nasria. Through interview, Mr. Nasria explained that the English teaching or education teaching in mathematics is fully supported in digital learning by integrating four skills in speaking, reading, listening, and speaking and writing. And then uh, about the strategies of English teaching, it depends on the types of materials and the types of skills. For example, in reading section, yeah, in reading section, the students was encouraged to make a discussion about a topic. Now, about the topic, the theme is as decided in TP, capaian pembelajaran or learning outcomes. For it, it's called ATP, ATP, learning pathways. Now, from the interview, Mr. Nasya explained that the strategies is depending on the types of skills and materials. Like for example, reading, speaking. Speaking is speaking is a big challenge for teachers in Mansa Focus, where there is an unequal distribution of learning materials in there. So it leads to collaborative works in order to enhance all the students that they can take the materials completely. Mr. Nasir also explained that the book collection in Mandato Focus library is still low about English books. There is only one type of books that is in high, very high vocab levels. It will be difficult for many students because students need to improve their reading skills gradually. So it is recommended to bring more collection books that have various types of levels, like for low skills and for low level, medium and higher level. In Mansaku Pictures, Mr. Sinatya also explained about the assessment. The formative assessment was conducted in the middle of learning activities. For example, in reading activity, Mr. Nasria usually conduct discussion section. For example, the student was asked to read or to discuss some topic from the book. And then the activeness, yeah, and the activeness and the what is it? Reading skills from and the collaboration, yeah, the cooperation with other students also scored. Summative assessment, of course, there is a summative assessment like final term and WAS in Massachusetts. And spoken test, it's rarely conducted. Yeah. It's only conducted only in 12th grade students, yeah, before graduation. And portfolio is often conducted in non-competitive. For example, students usually were given tasks for making posters or videos like that. For the next materials is the interview of two students that will be conducted that will be delivered by Sister Amel.
I understand. I would like to comment on in the 11 grade humanities research at Plan 1, the uniqueness of the humanities research class lies in its focus and proficiency for research purpose. This program has been implemented for identifying and assessing class students for academic activities such as research presentation and academic. Based on the interview findings, research learning in the class is conducted regularly, particularly as provided for as methods even health and global sensory, which is a student research experience. In the first semester, presentation are still delivered in uniform. However, the question and answer sessions are conducted in public. The following semester, all state of presentation are conducted and reality. In conclusion, the English teacher at Human 1 applies teaching method such as group work, vocabulary, and grammar memorization, and the use of PowerPoint presentation and film support elements. Students are accustomed to using these in classroom context. For example, when asking permission to leave the classroom or to the restroom. Teacher relaxed and flexible teaching style help create a comfortable environment for communication. In advance of English class, methods are more prior to class reading and discussion. Students are required to document important information such as character, plot, and moral rules, and then discuss their findings together. The interview result indicate that assessment in English language learning mainly focus on reading and speaking skills. Reading skills are assessed for examination and reading, while speaking skills are assessed in weekly classroom activities. Meanwhile, listening and reading skills have not yet reached our balance in assessment. Based on the interview findings, several interests can be identified. First, the assessment of language skill has not yet covered out in a balanced manner. Second, English language learning still emphasizes basic language mastery such as vocabulary and grammar. Three, the use of learning results outside the classroom such as the literary and international remains limited. Overall, English language learning in the humanities research class runs well and is communicative, effectively supporting student academic field. However, there is a need to develop more varied teaching methods, ensure balanced assessment of all language skills, and optimize the use of learning research outside the classroom.
Okay, so the next is analyzing and solving problems that we received from the data. So in this section, we highlight three main problems about from our observation activities. The first one is need of adaptation for teachers to technologies and literacy. The second is the lack of good collection in library of matters to. And the third is unequal distribution of learning materials among students. The first problem will be delivered by me personal feedback, the second problem will be delivered by Brother Ija, the third problem will be delivered by Amel. So the first problem will be delivered by me. So the problem of need of application for teachers to acknowledge technologies and literacy, it needs to be solved by provide many workshop or maybe technology training like that for teachers. So from the website of headmaster, from the headmaster need to provide many workshop or training about technologies using laptop or projector or anything else about technologies for the teachers. Also teaching words like that and making PPT like that. And then if it's not enough, the headmaster can if maybe make collaboration with other universities or higher level schools in order to uh, conduct the training for teachers that still lack of technology. Mr. Nasria from our interview mentioned that mentioned that many teachers from X generation which are who are old teachers, who is of both, they're still hard to adapt with technologies and need to get more literacy about need to get more literacy about technologies. Yeah, so the point is the headmaster needs to conduct training for teachers in order to acknowledge them about technologies using laptop, computer, media. Next is the lack of true collection in the library of Makassar that will be delivered by Brother Riza.
Uh, Next is the like book, some book in English, yeah. Book, English book in library. So when the teachers have to give English book, so the student can explore English book and can some reference in English book and English information like that. Like,
Okay, for the third problem is unequal distribution of learning materials among students to be delivered by Mr. Amel. I
Unequal distribution of learning material can cause difference in student understanding of the lesson. Some students might miss important information which can lead to confusion and lower their achievement. If this is continuous, learning gap among students might become bigger. Students who do not receive complete material might feel left behind, which can reduce their confidence and participation in class activities.
Okay, next is the interpretation of Rita Okake's workshop with one problem in
If this continues, some students might hold money less confident about spending less in class. Teachers' benefits includes being the infrastructure of managing resources by expanding peer interaction and collaboration. Teachers who encourage peer interaction, learners can support each other by sharing experiences, teamwork, and more collaborative tasks. And what about yours? Students who receive materials more frequently can help their peers understand basic content. Peer interaction also encourages collaboration, problem solving, strengthens understanding of issues, and increases confidence and participation. By applying these strategies alongside consistent material sharing, teachers can reduce learning gaps and create a more inclusive and supportive classroom environment.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe that's all from us. Maybe that's all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan ya,
Nah, iya. Iya.